as women's basketball grows and keeps becoming more popular, like we obviously mentioned that there's plenty of people and shows that could have been covering the sport more years ago, but has the national media this year done a good job in covering the sport?
Okay, so I'm going to grade it in two ways. One, ESPN, right? And then two, like the overall national media landscape. I think ESPN, I'm really grateful for Dave Roberts, who is like my boss at ESPN in particular, and also Jimmy Pitaro and also Burke. Those, like the big three there, they understood, particularly Dave, when he took over a lot of basketball responsibilities, that there was great opportunity with these rising stars.
Yeah.
This was 4 years ago. So then we started investing in a WNBA countdown, which, imagine if we tried to establish a show this year to meet it. Like I don't know if we'd be ready, but we had been building towards having the not only actual show infrastructure, but also building a roster of talent and diversifying that roster of talent to meet the moment for years, so that we would have the chemistry to be able to tell the story in an authentic way that people cared about, especially this year.
Yeah.
ESPN, obviously, as a basketball player, I would have always loved them to have invested, I guess you can say, with resources, shows, talent, programming in my sport. But fortunately, their investment came, let's say, in a real meaningful way, at least from my experience with boots on the ground, 5 years ago, especially under Dave Roberts, that it shifted the paradigm so that when these moments happened, we were able to problem solve, put people in places where they could shine, and also capture the moment in a way that captivated the world. I'm really proud of that. I also am proud that we are going to continue to push forward in this. I believe in that mission. I believe that Jimmy and even Bob Iger, who is someone that has been super invested in the direction of women's sports, brought us Big Three to upfronts this year, myself, Andrea, and Elle, who's been a mentor to me. Like, there's an alignment in like supporting where this is going. And I'm grateful that there was a foundation that was invested in years ago to be able to meet the moment, even if it was not in the full way that we would have liked, but like
right,
or dreamt of, it was great. So that's ESPN. So I'm proud of it, but we still got work to do. Now, the national media landscape, I do think that there's a big learning curve. I'm really grateful for a lot of the conversation. And at times, I'm not going to lie, the way the conversation was going to start this WNBA season after the incidents that were happening, yeah, I was really concerned about it affecting the product. But now looking back, I was like, in a weird way, it kind of helped. These women are household names. These women are living up to every moment that they're put in, from whether it was, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, that matchup where Angel had 20 and 20, Caitlin had like almost messed around and had a triple-double, to even the All-Star game that my sister played in, which I was so excited, and I was a part of the broadcast. But, Caitlin out here pushing assist records and Angel getting a double-double. Like, these women deliver. And so I think I was concerned about the conversation derailing that momentum, but it only lit a fire and made them even bigger stars. And it allowed people to be educated as to who the stars, Enrique Ogwumike, of the now are. They're educating themselves to these storylines. I think we're in a really good place. Now, I would prefer not to have to go on national television and speak the truth alongside my sisters, Monica and Andrea and company. But if that is a necessity to continue to educate people as to what this league, what women's basketball has always been, give our legends our flowers for building that foundation, the runway. I mean, this is a season where at All-Star, I also celebrated Candace Parker as a trailblazer in the game. Like, it has been a huge, I guess you can say, educational experience for, I think, the mainstream and how to show up for women's sports in a way that is respectful, because some people have not been respectful,
yeah,
but also how to continue to tell the stories in a way that is not just servicing one, but servicing all.